Space is the nothingness that ever was, the first and last thing that will forever be. Or is it not being? Space is infinite because it is nothing. Its constancy, existing before the emergence of any entity, continuing to surround everything and present within everything, underscores its essential role in the reality of existence. Over 99.9% of each atom is empty space, meaning this vast emptiness pervades all matter. The human body, being 60% water, is also 99.2% space, a remarkable perspective. The significance of space in this framework lies in its foundational role as a backdrop for existence. It serves as a lasting canvas on which the universe's story unfolds, and astonishingly, this extends to the very composition of our own bodies. On this canvas of space, reality is sketched, erased, and redrawn with the ink of energy and matter over time. The dynamism inherent in the change of space becomes a pivotal concept. The flux and alteration of space signify a fundamental characteristic of the universe's dynamics. Energy and matter, which constitute the essence of existence, are in a perpetual state of motion within this spatial framework. It is a dynamic interplay where energy and matter traverse and occupy different regions of space, contributing to the evolving story of the cosmos, even at the scale of our own bodies, which are mostly, yet mysteriously, comprised of this boundless foundational space. Before the Big Bang, there was no up, there was no down, there was no side to side. There was no up, there was no down, there was no side to side, there was no light, there was no dark, no shape of any kind. There were no stars or planet Mars or protons to collide. There was no up, there was no down, there was no side to side. And furthermore, to underscore this total lacking state, there was no here, there was no there, because there was no space. And in this endless void, which can't be thought of as a place, there was no time. And so, no passing minutes, hours, days. Of all the paradoxes that belabor common sense, I think this one's the greatest, this time before events. Because how did we get from nothing to infinitely dense, from immeasurably small to inconceivably immense? But before we get unmoored from the question at the start, let us take a breath and marvel at when math becomes an art, because we don't have to understand it to know there was a time when there was no up, there was no down, there was no side to side. Reina del Cid.